Hey guys, Battlefield 38 back again. Um, Today I got another video, and it's a story time video. It's not the most interesting story. It is kind of weird, and it's a short story, so I might include two stories. Um, so let's begin, guys. Back when I was in middle school, I was probably like 13 or 14. Yeah, 13 or 14. Um, I had this friend, and me and her would always FaceTime, and we'd stay up late. Like, I mean late, like 4 or 5 in the morning, late, you know. And we'd be talking on. I keep wanting to say phone, but you know what I mean. So I'm eating too. I'm sorry. So we'd FaceTime, and we'd stay up, whatever. And this one time, I was sitting on my futon. You know what a futon is? It's like those beds that look like sofas, and then they fold and they turn into a bed. So I had that in my room, and I was sitting on it, and I was talking to her, and I don't even remember what we were talking about. It was something random. We were just talking, and then suddenly my door just slowly opens, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? And I tell her, wait, hold on, something weird's going on. And then I put at the time it was an iPod, because I didn't have a phone at the time. I put the iPod on my bed, and I went walking into the hallway to see if anyone was there. So I'm looking in the hallway, I'm just like, no one's here, dude, what the fuck? And I went to my sister's room, because I thought it was her, because she always messes around with me and plays jokes like that. So I was just like, it's probably her. So I go to her room, and I'm like, hey, was that you? Did you just open my door? And keep in mind, she was asleep. You know, she was asleep, and she didn't even move when I said that. And I was just like, dude, what the fuck? And I even went close to her, and I was just making sure she was like asleep and not just messing around with me. And I was just like, oh, I guess. So I went back, and I told my friend, oh, that's weird. My door just opened by itself. I went to go check if anyone was awake, and no one was. And that's pretty much the first story. It wasn't too interesting, and I don't promise the second one's going to be interesting either, but let's go right ahead and tell it. When I was little, like elementary school, my mom had two jobs. So she would drop me off at my grandma's house, and I'd stay there for most of the day until she got out of work. I'd get out of school, and then I'd go to my grandma's, and I'd stay there. And she had like an awesome backyard. It was like the biggest backyard. Well, not the biggest, but it was a pretty big backyard. Um, and she had two dogs, and those dogs, they were awesome dogs. They'd follow me everywhere. Like they would almost follow me into the house, and I would probably let them in the house if my grandpa wasn't so iffy about having the dogs in the house. But yeah, there were just those types of dogs that followed you and protected you like that. So I was outside, I was playing, doing little kid stuff, playing with sticks and throwing sticks, and just imagining, like using my imagination. So I was out there doing that, and out of nowhere, my grandpa had this like special like rack thing where he would put like 2x4s and stuff like that, because he used to do construction. But once he got old, he just kind of collected things, and they just stay there. So I mean, yeah, I was looking at that, like all his old stuff, and I was just like, oh, this is cool. And out of nowhere, this like black figure, it looked like a midget, like a black midget, and like just like a shadow, like just a black shadow. And I was just like, what the fuck is that? And I was just staring at it. Like, I didn't say what the fuck, obviously, because I was like a kid, but I was just like, dude, what is that? And it wouldn't move, and it would just like stay there. And I was just like, dude, you know what, fuck this. And I hauled ass inside. The dogs, and I know for sure it wasn't the dogs, because the dogs were always like next to me. Like I said, they follow you. So I was just like, dude, what the fuck? And I just ran inside, and I was just like, yep, I'm not going out there once it starts to get late, because that's some scary ass shit. And well, that's a story, guys. I mean, I don't know. There's no moral to this story. There's just like that weird, creepy factor. But remember to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, guys.